Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Mel.
Girl, let me tell you, I only had maybe a little less than half of that drink.
When you're drinking, you just gotta drink more.
I am a strongly worded email.
Actually, that feels in line, though.
That is not true.
No, listen. And every now and again, when somebody get out of line, you just yell, "Pop the trunk."
I'm the juice to her gin. Did we hit record?
Is it working? Is it on?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gin and Juice podcast. My name is Melissa.
My name is Mel.
We're not normally here on Friday, so here we are.
Wow!
We are sisters. We get on this podcast every single week except for next week. Next week we'll be on right now.
Hello.
We get on this podcast every single week, talk about what the heck we want to talk about. And we want to thank our sponsors.
Yes, Earnin, BetterHelp, and HelloFresh.
You'll hear more about them throughout the episode. We're going to go ahead and get started. I actually just realized I have a Pop the Trunk that I want to do. Maybe I'll just start there. Well, let me do the thing. Yeah, and then we'll do my own Pop the Trunk. Okay, here we go. Let's just do a real quick Christmas update. Listen, mugs are mugging.
Christmas update in October.
Yes, cricket machine is crick cutting. Okay. Joe's little bags are done. He went off to school with them today.
Did he?
Yes, he did. We'll see if he'll actually pass them out. That's all up in the air. Who knows? But I did like 7 mugs yesterday. Very, very excited. Super excited, actually. It turned out great. Someone said that they were like, one thing though, Melissa, the name is not even. And I was like, well, girl, you should tell God not to have given you 2020 vision, because I don't know what to tell you. It won't be fixed. It won't be fixed.
That's what it's gonna
I promise it won't be fixed. I'm doing my very best. Okay, I'm learning as I go. These mugs are expensive. I'm not going to continue to buy them simply because
they looked good, but
it's at an angle.
I don't pay attention.
That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, honestly, you're looking too hard. Just appreciate the progress, okay?
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't take it offensively. I was literally like, I don't know what to tell you, girl. Like, I don't even see it. It is what it is. I did end up doing a little bit of a video. I should have better produce how I was going to do the video, because someone asked me to show them how I made Joe's bags. Mm-hmm. It's not super produced, and really I should have done a better job, but I'm not an expert. I'm just going to show y'all what I'm doing. So we'll just, that'll be out later today, actually. So that's it for my Christmas update. I am still working on, for my Christmas update. I'm still going to make the MFG mug. I have an idea in my mind of how I want it done, like how I want to execute it, but I didn't have the time yesterday to look at more YouTube videos, ensure I had the material, and then attempt to do it. So I just didn't. But eventually, someday soon, I will be coming in here with an MFG.
I can't wait.
Cup. I mean, I'm so excited. It's going to be great. So great. If the idea works the way I envision it, it's going to be so good. I'm very, very excited. I just don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have the skill to to execute. That often happens with me with editing too. Like, I have a vision for what I want to do, and my skill set is not editing, so I don't know why it's even in my mind. So anyway, that's just a very brief kind of long story short.
Oh, somebody said you should make me an I'm Not a Lawyer butt mug. You should.
Do you have the logo?
Yeah, I do.
I can.
I can.
I absolutely can.
Should. I'll send it to you.
Okay, send it to me.
I have the high res.
Yeah. Okay, I absolutely will. That's such a great idea. I'll do it on the same day. I'll come in with them with the MFG and the I'm Not a Lawyer one.
Good job, Christabel.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you for the suggestion. I will be doing that. I decorated my porch as well. I'm fully in my suburban mom era right now.
It's great.
So I was gonna record it, and then I had a full plan actually to record it, but I got hay, and when you take the hay out of the plastic, hay gets everywhere, and it pissed me off. Mm-hmm. Because my video was messed up, and then I need to go back and sweep.
Oh, yeah.
It's 95 degrees
hot
outside.
In LA.
I was
talking about
mad.
Christmas. I want to go swimming.
Yes,
it is hot.
It pissed me off so cold. I'm done. I'm turning this camera off. My phone's about to overheat anyway. It's hay all on my front yard. I said, this is so.
That's funny.
Dumb. And so that's it. That's not going to happen. The only thing at this point you could get is a picture of me, a video of me sweeping. I was so mad. So anyway, that is my Christmas update. Let me do my quick pop the trunk before we go into y'all's, because we're going to get there soon because we haven't done it the last few days. I have broken out right here on my face.
Probably from a kite.
No, because my period started.
Oh.
And tomorrow I have a shoot.
Oh, that's so annoying. Oh.
I am so sick of being a woman.
Who wants to do things?
I just don't understand why your period and your breakouts always coincide with something you gotta do.
Always.
It's never the day you're at home chilling, being ugly in the house by yourself, looking at the four walls and Netflix. Oh no, that's not the day that your face, your skin want to break out. That's not the day that your hair is looking a mess. That's not the day that your energy is low and your nails are broken, your toe is toe up. That's not the day.
Nope.
The day you need to be outside. The day you need to be on camera, the day you need to go see somebody, the day you got something important to do, the day you got circled on your calendar is also D-Day for your face to break out, your hair. That's the day your hair going to decide to frizz up. That's the day your nail going to decide to pop off.
Oh, my goodness.
Your pants ain't going to fit right. Bloating's going to occur. You're going to have an attitude. That's how I feel. I was shooting this morning. I said I haven't shot in a long time. Today I'm going to batch some content. And you ever, maybe not for y'all, I've talked about this before, you just get in your head.
Oh yeah,
that was me again today.
Oh, yeah.
I said this is so dumb. I don't again understand. I called Kev. He said, are you okay? I said, I'm fine. Child, it's Friday. What's new? I don't know what to tell you. I literally don't have the energy to be a woman anymore. I don't know what the alternative is, because honestly, being a man it's not super appealing to me.
Absolutely.
It's just not something I want to do. But I am saying that as a woman, that I'm exhausting of everything we have to go through. It is so tiring. Every day I got to get up and say, God, how is my skin doing today? Because if my period didn't start, then you get the pre-hormones to the period breakouts. Then you get the actual period breakouts. Then you get 2 days of normalcy. And then you're in pre-period cycles again.
Because it's a cycle. And that cycle be cycling. Oh,
and my cycle's short.
At the beginning of the cycle again, huh? This is the start of the cycle. And then you go through it.
My cycle is 22 days.
That's not, you need a longer.
Yes. I am on the short side of normal.
That is so
I think it's like 21 or 22 is still considered normal. Mine is like 22.
Right there.
Oh.
That's very annoying.
Every 3 weeks.
Well, soon enough, you'll be on the other side of life, of menopause. That's what I was getting at. When you don't have it no more. Ain't no more cycles. But then you have other issues.
Yes, like, am I going to need hormone replacement therapy?
You're going to need all the
Am I going to need laser hair removal because the testosterone increases and then you start growing hair?
Yeah.
Your attitude, my attitude is already too finicky to add hormone imbalance attitude.
Yeah.
I just can't take it. I'm exhausted of this. Jesus, why?
How much I love you, baby.
That's my pop the trunk, child.
Hello.
I'm tired of it. Now I got to call my dermatologist, see if I can get in, see if he can shoot this up. He's not going to be able to. I'm going to get my feelings hurt, but I'm going to ask.
The fact that there's the ability to shoot like acne and stuff like that is so amazing, because those little like pimple spot, the little like buy this little spot thing for the
pimple patches.
Yeah, that'd be at those don't work. Those don't work. And
Do you follow the black girl on TikTok that does that?
No. That does what?
Pimple patches, and then they fill up with gunk and she takes it off and you can see it on the sticker.
That doesn't sound like anything I want to watch ever in my life. No.
I don't like watching it either.
Well, obviously. I have not found her, but those, all of the things I've ever tried for those pimple patchy thingies, all the different brands, they don't be working. They're not real. It sounds like you got to go to the actual doctor.
Yeah. If it's cystic, it's not going to work.
Well.
And I don't have the shallow pimples that turn white. You could just pop and then they hit the window, the mirror, and ooh, it's gross. But you popped it. Everything's. I don't get those. No. I get the deep, cystic. Deep. Yes, where I literally see my esthetician. And this is my other thing with my skin. This is why it's annoying. I do the things.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
try
yeah,
to
you
take
do.
such good care of my skin. I try to wash it. I try to do the things. Girl got rosacea, although I'm not going to lie to you, La Roche-Posay has calmed my rosacea down, but it's still there. So let's just talk about that. I'm not here to give, I love La Roche-Posay, but I'm not here to give them the credit. I want to complain some more. I have rosacea. Okay. I have acne prone skin specifically during my cycle, which I just told y'all is every 3 weeks.
Yes.
And I just feel like enough is enough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I have to go to the dermatologist because ice don't work.
Ice your skin?
Yes.
I've seen people do that.
I have the roller.
Oh, yeah.
It feels good though, especially on my rosacea. If it's acting up,
good.
it does feel really good.
The people who don't do all the stuff to their skin always seem to have the better skin. I think that's just the reality of life.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You know how I know when people actually don't have skin problems? Because they say stupid stuff like drink more water.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you said to drink more water,
work out,
you just have good skin. Shut up talking to me.
Yeah.
Because that's not the answer. If you're telling me don't wear makeup, shut up talking to me.
Yeah.
You just have good skin. Shut up. You don't know the answers, Sway. You don't know the answers. Like, that's how I know. If immediately your answer is drink more water, shut up talking to me as a person who actually struggles with acne, and that's not the answer.
Yeah.
Or wash it with soap, shut up.
Yeah. That stuff don't be working.
It don't be working. Have you tried? Because they also the people that'll use like the apricot scrubs.
Oh.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yes.
You're destroying your external skin barrier and
Yes.
your skin marches on. My skin won't. Okay? She's a wounded soldier. She's down. Go on without me. Okay? That's not the answer, Sway. It's not the answer.
But I can tell you what is the answer. And that could be earning for you. Hello? Because if you are going through any of the things Melissa just complained about, or maybe you're on a new venture like Cricut, okay? Maybe you're trying to decorate some mugs for Christmas.
Yes.
And you need a little extra cash. Okay, then earning may be for you because life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with Earnin. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck, then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. So if you want to, like I said, I gave a couple of examples as to what you could use it for, or maybe you have a special night out that you are planning, or maybe you have an unexpected trip to the vet because you have pets and animals and you need some cash. Those are just some of the ways that Earnin can be beneficial for you. So make Earnin a part of your financial routine and join Earnin's over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think about Earnin, I think about financial stability, security. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. So download Earnin today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earnin app, type in Jen under podcast. When you sign up, it'll really help the show. That's Jen under podcast. Subject to your available earnings, location, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Very good. We're going to go straight into Pop the Trunks. I will say this, though. If you do actually struggle with acne prone skin, I highly recommend getting a high frequency machine. You can get them off Amazon.
Oh, I have one of those.
Those do help a lot.
They be
It'll give you a little bit of a zap.
It does.
But what it does is it kills the bacteria, especially if you struggle with cystic acne specifically. It starts to kill that bacteria underneath the skin that'll cause it to heal. I mean, it's just one thing that can help. It's not like the end all be all, but it definitely does help. I will be doing that today if I can't get into my dermatologist. Tell us when you're ready.
Start with the email from last week. Okay.
First of all, I want to pop the trunk on Melissa. I watched this on Patreon, but you done released your wedding montage, and I was sitting here crying like I haven't seen it before. And y'all are my cousins in my head, and I love y'all. But good day, Melissa. What am I supposed to do? I'm just mad at you for this, and I'm mad that I'm crying on a Thursday.
On a
No,
Thursday.
you know,
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, that's so good.
That's hilarious. You did release that, and all the memories came back of how fun it was. It was a good time.
I didn't know that his name is Homley. Sorry. Homley was going to send that.
Oh.
So he literally sent it and was like, this is your final, I can't even remember what he called it, but like your final full video or something like that. And I was like, final video? Like, I have so many things from this vow renewal. I literally didn't think that you could give me anything else. I'm like, thank you so much. I mean,
Yeah.
there's such an amazing team. It's like better to be the person that's like, another thing?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
enough. Than like, I paid you all this money and like, I only got 2 things and I expected way more.
Oh,
I'm
girl.
definitely having like, because how many times have I said, this is the last one, I promise? Because I literally think it's the
Yeah.
last thing and then they send me more things.
Yeah.
So all of that to say that thank you. I also cried when I watched it again because it was such an amazing time. Like, seriously, I've been telling everybody that if you cannot do like a vow renewal, right? At least take the pictures.
Oh, absolutely.
At least save up the coins and like do a full on renewal type pictures. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like in wedding gown, you know what I mean? But you can do a sexy photo, you can go on the beach, like wherever you are, try to find and like put a lot of effort into that because I think it is totally worth it to like capture and have those memories again. So anyway, I'm all team small first wedding, small first I do, and then do a big for the vow renewal. Like I'm
Hilarious.
totally here for that. I think you're more established. I think your vows mean more. Like I'm totally go to the courthouse, do whatever you're gonna do, elope, do a little fun reception, whatever. And then for you know, after you've been through some things and life teaches you what you really meant, what you said that you mean now that you've been through it, then do it again then. Revisit it then. So thank you guys for watching and not being annoyed. I appreciate it.
Hi, Mel. Hi, Liz. It's been a long week. I am popping the trunk on working full time,
Amen.
going to school for a master's program full time, trying to prove myself to get into medical school. And today, breaking up with my long-term, almost 8-year relationship with my boyfriend because we realized that we were growing apart. And there was a lot that we weren't able to overcome, even with counseling, and realizing that even if something isn't toxic or like a terrible environment and, you know, one of those like, oh, you should have left them things, that it can be a situation that is not one that is healthy or conducive for either one of you, and that you may be better off as friends in the far future once everyone's feelings stop hurting. And so I like to pop the trunk on life because life really sucks right now.
Oh, I wanted to cry. I feel like it was a different cry from the first cry.
Yes. Yeah. I pre-listen to the Pop the Trunk most times. So I listened to that and I was like, we're gonna talk Love is Blind. And then we had the vow renewal. It's just all about love and relationships. And that one was really sad. I am sad that life is sucking. I hope it gets better. But I just want to encourage you and everybody else listening. I don't believe in you gotta wait till somebody cheat or beat you.
That's real, Mel.
To leave.
That's real.
Your happiness is enough for you to leave or stay. If you are in a situation that is making you unhappy, I don't care what the people, and everybody will be like, yeah, but ain't nothing in here in the streets. You ain't gonna find nobody else. Well, that don't mean I should stay and be unhappy. That is not reason enough to stay and be unhappy. And there is an old belief, okay? There's an old Southern Black women belief, I believe. Okay, I'm making that specific, but maybe it goes even further than that, demo. It may. But in my experience, there is this belief and this preach that you should stay because at least he's not hitting you. At least he's not cheating. Girl, life is too short. Be happy. Leave that person. Leave that partner. Go be happy. You can find another partner or not. But at least you ain't got to deal with the headache every day. So I just want to say, I'm sorry. That sounds like a really shitty day to have. A shitty week, working 9 to 5, going to school, and now you didn't broke up. But guess what? You probably going to have a better day.
And soon. I want to say, yes, we're definitely sending out. I'm just going to
Yes, go ahead.
double
do your
down.
thing.
I want to double down on what Mel said. Number one, we send our love to this girl, okay? We send all of our love, and I don't know what the time that elapsed from the day you sent the pop the trunk to today, but hopefully it's gotten a little bit easier with each passing day. And that's not to say an 8-year breakup. Yeah. Breaking up after 8 years is that's a serious relationship for real. Like that, people be married for 8 years, so that's very serious. So that does suck, and life sometimes sucks.
Yes.
One thing that Mel said that is true is it's better to have broken up now than to have gotten married.
Girl.
Have your lives even more intertwined, potentially brought kids into this world, only to realize the moment that you're having today was inevitable.
Yep.
And instead you kicked it
down the road.
You kicked it down the road. So it's better to have it today. And this is the other thing. You have to realize, I think sometimes too in relationships, there is like this like badge of honor to like stick it through everything. And I'm not saying that you need to give up easy either, right? I do believe that you should like fight for your marriage. But there also is a time where like you realize you're not fighting with me no more. Or I'm fighting and everything is saying you can throw in the towel because this was never meant to be. Yeah. And it's easier to pick the right person at I do than to try to fix the wrong I do that you did in the midst of a relationship, if that makes sense. Yeah. So sometimes you just chose wrong to begin with, and the consequences is just now you gotta uncouple. Yeah. So all of that to say, this sucks. I'm so sorry for her, but I agree. Your happiness is and sometimes you have that little voice that be telling you, girl, this ain't it. Yeah. It's not gonna work.
Well, and somebody commented and mentioned Tia Mowry, because that's exactly where my brain went too. She divorced her husband, right?
Corey Hardwick.
And everybody was in the and it was, I think at some point she said something like, we grew apart and it's okay. Like we got to this point where it's not working and everybody wants to stone her, okay, and say all the things. And I am pro that. Every time we are talking about somebody in our group chat, I am like, well, leave. And don't tell her to stay. No, I don't believe in that because
Wait, or you saying you don't believe in fighting for your marriage, or you believe in fighting but recognizing when it's no longer worth the fight?
Here's what I believe.
I don't know where this is going to go because Mel finna say something wild.
I'm not. I believe that for people who are in relationships, okay, long-term and in marriages, okay, you could probably bet that by the time that they are vocalizing that they want to leave.
No, that's true.
They have thought about it for a while.
Yeah.
It wasn't yesterday the thought entered their brain and they said, you know what, I'm done. And so the fact that they have clearly been thinking about it and probably busting their ass to make this work, to forget about their thoughts, forget about their feelings, try really hard. And then they finally get to the point where they are saying out loud, which is a massive step. To go from your brain to out loud is massive. So they finally get to the point to say, I think this is over. And you want to bring your I know everything and I'm pro marriage and everybody should stay together. You want to bring your little self to respond to them and say, you should fight. You should fight. Because it's so disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful. I'm sorry. That was probably aggressive if you're listening and you're like, wait, what did I sign up for? But that is really, I feel like it's disrespectful. It is, why would you?
Full Jen, we're here.
Why would you say that and discredit the courage and strength that it took for them to get to the point Mel. To say out loud, this isn't for me?
This is good, Mel. You are stating facts. This is good because you're 100% correct. I think the assumption is that which is true, what you're saying is very good, the assumption, or I shouldn't say the assumption in the thought of fight for your marriage is that you didn't fight up until the moment you said, I don't think this is going to work.
Right.
I'm ready for a divorce.
Right.
I think we should get divorced. So you might give one last like hurrah, right? You like do this one last hurrah because you said it aloud and you kind of freaked out your friends and your family. And so they're like, wait, fight, girl, fight. And you're kind of like, I've been fighting silently.
Yeah, exactly.
You
think I had 5 last minute hurrahs?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so you don't know that I've been fighting.
I've been fighting.
I
don't have no more fighting.
And especially if you have a partner that isn't necessarily, like you're like, let's do counseling.
Yes.
And they're not interested.
Yes.
Let's read a book. And they're not interested. Let's do a podcast.
Yes.
And they're not interested. It's like I am fighting
Yes.
for a relationship with
Yes.
two people, and I'm the only one fighting for it. And so that becomes nearly impossible. And you deserve happiness.
Yes. Yes.
You do.
I have had
life is both too short and too long.
And too long.
To be unhappy.
And too long.
It's too short and too long
Amen.
to be unhappy.
I have had friends who have ended marriages, relationships, but marriages. And I put the emphasis there because there's a lot of intertwining that happens with a marriage.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so it takes, you can see in people's faces when they are telling you that they have decided to leave a spouse, you see the pain in their face.
Absolutely.
And I cringe when I hear people respond to that and say, well, have you thought about why would you think why you think you think it's something they ain't thought and it's their life?
Right.
Why would you think that?
Right.
Not the case. So if you ever encounter a friend, someone you call a friend, okay, and they are expressing to you something so sensitive and vulnerable and painful that they are choosing to end a relationship, okay, you should give them the credit.
That's good, Mel.
That they probably thought about it first. Yeah. That they probably have been thinking about it.
With
and
a lot of gravity.
But yes, and they've probably tried a number of things. And it's okay to leave even if you're not getting beat or cheated on.
100% agree, Mel. I think this is really good. And maybe if you've been divorced, maybe you may feel like, yeah, you're right. Because maybe you have felt I don't know, like you were forced to stay longer than you know you should have,
Yeah.
or you felt like people were shaming you for not trying, and you're just kind of like, girl,
Yeah.
like I cried my last tear yesterday, like I'm ready to smile today. It's a new day.
Yesterday. Yes.
And there was no like I'm ready for that. So anyway, all that say that's very good, Mel. I mean,
right.
you went off a little bit,
Hello.
but it was very good.
Amen. And with that said, I want to tell you about BetterHelp.
That's where I thought you was going at so many times, and then you didn't. So I was like, I'm so confused.
No, I was pulling you into BetterHelp after I got my vent off.
Oh,
Okay, I had to express that.
Okay, so if you decide, whether you decide to stay or leave for that matter,
Or leave, stay or leave.
you gonna need the therapy.
You're gonna need the therapy.
Yeah,
regardless.
100%. You gonna need it
Whether
regardless.
it's couples or single.
So what we're telling you over here is leave and get the divorce. No, I'm not saying. I'm not telling you that. I'm never gonna be the one to tell you to leave your husband.
I am.
But I am gonna be the one to tell you to do what your instinct tells you to do.
Amen.
I just won't tell you what I think your instinct is telling you. All right, go on. Let's bear
Okay,
ahead.
so if you think of a time that you recently felt like you could be your full self, like you were, like you could not be your full self, like you were hiding behind a mask. Maybe you're in a relationship and you feel like you're hiding and you want to get out. Okay, think of stuff like that. October is the season for wearing masks and costumes, but some of us feel like we wear a mask and hide more often than we want to. At work, in social settings, around our family, around our partners. Hey, man, therapy can help you learn to accept all parts of yourself so you can take off the mask and be you, because masks should be for Halloween, not for our emotions. I am a fan of therapy, 100% couples and single. Amen. I think that it is beneficial for you to express. I say this all the time, but the things in your head, to say them out loud, say them to someone else who can give you a good feedback in response to what you're saying. And so I have benefited for sure, again, in couples therapy and personally, in like a single individual therapy, I think is the proper way to say that. So anyway, if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. So take off the mask with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/GJ today to get 10% off of your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GJ.
Very good. Are we moving on?
We are moving on to some other people that probably need therapy and help, and maybe I should rant to, and that is Love is Blind cast.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus.
I am so pissed.
Well, you want to start there? Go and tell the folk why you pissed
We don't have
off.
to start there. We can start wherever. I'm upset.
Well, we're going to have to get to them anyway because we still have 30 minutes left.
Why the hell does Tyler have kids?
3 mil.
Why he didn't tell that girl he has kids?
And the baby mama on.
We were all rooting for you.
I wasn't.
Tyler.
I wasn't. His baby mama on the TikTok, she said, sperm babies. I don't know why this man is calling my children sperm babies, but they were definitely not.
Oh, my. I still ain't watched the TikToks, and don't you send them to me. I don't want them. I don't want you. No.
Something's happening.
What?
Something, I don't know. This is the thing. Netflix has allowed the cast to be more vocal during the season. Their whole Instagrams are public. Their whole TikToks are public. And I've seen them doing interviews.
And that's wild.
That's wild.
They're going to have to drop the whole season because the minute they're going to have to stop doing these drops. They have to just do all at once because TikTok takes over.
Yeah.
People are like, not my baby daddy on the Netflix.
She sure did, child.
Not my 3 kids at home.
Not you.
Bet you won't.
I bet you won't. And I get it. Because if I were Tyler's, the mother of his kids.
Girl.
Okay. And he went on international television. Okay. Because Netflix is a worldwide company. That's what they claim. Okay. So you went on international television.
Oh, girl.
And called my children sperm babies.
You wouldn't have been able to finish the babies part of that sentence.
I would blow up the internet. I would blow up the control center to Netflix.
Absolutely.
Because it's so disrespectful. It's leading me to believe y'all had an actual relationship.
Yes.
This wasn't a so you peed in a cup so you can have a baby. No, it wasn't that.
Because he wanted pizza and a Coke, so he the Phaedra.
Come on,
one.
I can't do it right then again. But y'all understand the vibes. They were in a relationship.
Yes.
And doing what grown folks do in a relationship. And from that came 3 children. And now you go on this TV show and gonna tell the world it's a sperm donor?
Imagine. You not finna disrespect my kids like that.
And then sat there with a tear in his eye, grabbed his shirt and wiped it.
Mind you, he's on this show being the sweetest to this woman. I mean, that man be praying. Why he be praying all the time?
I was rooting for him. I forgot he
be cooking. He be loving that girl.
He sure did. They said 1, 2, 3. How many kids can I name the little boy?
Then,
okay.
Yeah, we go. Well, I named the son. We so cute.
She said,
you already got 3 kids. You named, sir.
And 2 girls and a boy. There's only 2 options: a girl and a boy to come out.
This man got 3.
And you got 3?
I can't believe he should be smacked. Like,
her feelings were all, and it should be. First of all, the women this season, can I just really quickly say, are so beautiful.
Oh my gosh, they're
so
beautiful.
Cute, okay, so freaking cute. She deserves better and more.
So much more.
She deserves better and more. For him to present the way he presented,
I thought he was the more.
And then ended up being a whole
less. I thought he was the more. That man is less than less. Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Tyler.
Tyler was. I was sad.
Oh, I'm so pissed.
I was sad for her. I have no sympathy for him. To be clear, I have 0 sympathy for him because you signed up for this show. He said he was recruited on LinkedIn. This is why we said that the Tim and Alex girl, Netflix don't be vetting these people.
No, they don't. They got old girl from Seattle to join the casting team.
They showed
and we can tell Kwame's girl.
She did get the blacks in though.
Okay, and she got Tyler.
No,
We gonna get the blacks in. That's the black we get is Tyler.
Ciao.
Oh, I'm so pissed. So Tyler, F you too. Tyler.
He deserves to
I'm
be
so
effed.
upset. So
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm gonna tell you who's also the less.
Who?
Nick
Oh, Nikki D.
and Hannah
Both of them
together
are trash.
I'm so sick of them.
Oh my.
I'm gonna tell you the only people that are more sick of them than we are. Hannah's mama. Hannah's mama is baffled that that's the kid that came out of her. With everything Hannah said, Hannah's mom was like,
What?
"What?
Girl, what?
What
Who's your mom?
who raised you?" Because there's no way it was me. There's no way you are me. We share DNA. There's just no world.
Bruh.
She said, "Are you being serious right now?"
Are you? She's a guy.
I'm just so perfect.
I'm just-
And she's still like, "You're saying it like a joke, but I think you mean
Oh,
it."
yeah.
She's so overly critical.
Oh,
she's
my.
condescending. And let me just flip it real quick because immediately Hannah's on my nerves, right? But that Nick, the problem with Nick is he deserves all the condescension she gives.
Oh my.
She deserves all the critical feedback she gives him. He deserves it because this man said, I know how to boil water. Is it half a pan of water or 3/4? And then wouldn't fill the pan.
No.
And then was like, right, because it's half a pan, 3/4.
I would have kicked him. That's why she made that list. Listen, Hannah is wrong as all get out. That list was right.
He don't.
Because he every at 1 through 10, she probably could have had 10 through 20.
She could have kept
Because
going.
that man.
You don't know that he said. She said, "What do you love about me?" He said, "I love that you're independent." I love that you can do whatever you need to do without me because
me.
I don't know how to do anything.
Girl, we would be stuck if it wasn't for you. Girl. So is it half a pan
I
still?
love that you actually don't need me.
Oh, my.
And you instead could be my mama because the mama said, "Oh yeah, they were definitely sheltered. I did everything."
Yeah, she did.
She was, and I get it. If she didn't have, she probably swung way the other way.
Yeah.
And Nick don't realize that he don't know stuff.
Yeah.
So he sat in the pod, said he was 6 feet.
That man
He
is
cooks all the time.
that man enjoys living in that basement and being taken care of. Let me tell you what. I'm a realtor in my mama house. I don't want to buy my own house. I'll sell you a house. I don't know what that has to do with me. I'm good. I'm chilling. Have you seen my basement?
He don't pay his car insurance. That baby is 12.
That man is not an adult. I don't understand what's happening here. Well, I don't understand, and he is fine about it.
He has no qualms about it
yes.
at all. She said, "Are you going to be..." The thing about Hannah too, though, is she spirals. "So are you going to move in here?" Yeah. "Are you going to get your own insurance?" "I mean, I don't know." Well, now the spiraling happens. So you need to decide, are you going to get my insurance or are you going to get your own insurance? Are you going to live here? Are you going to live there? What type of car are you going to have? Is your car in your mom's name? Because if she's under your insurance, if you're under their insurance, it's probably in their name. Are you going to switch the title out? If you're not going to switch the title out, how are we going to have kids? If we don't have kids, are you going to buy a car seat? Do you even know how to put a car seat inside the car? Like, it just
goes. But that's because she needs to hear the pop the trunk. Girl, leave him.
No,
you're not happy.
She needs to
You're
leave
happy.
him.
Your happiness is more meaningful. Leave him. You're not happy there.
No, but she needs to go to BetterHelp. She needs her own therapy.
She absolutely.
Because that girl, there's no way. And I couldn't tell. I was expecting her parents to be extremely critical.
Yeah.
Like have a lot of say. To be very opinionated. Like I just, because of how she is.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is the voice that you're repeating? They didn't. They were like, relax.
It's her.
Calm down.
She has.
Why are you on 10?
She is. But also, it feels like she is trying to hide her insecurities
100%.
a lot on this show. And it is so obvious that she has a lot of insecurities about herself.
Yeah.
Like, it is very clear.
Yeah.
That girl is not is unhappy.
Yeah.
And she got to go to BetterHelp.
Yeah, she do, because
She's not happy. She
she's
needs
not
she needs
happy.
some therapy.
Can we go to Monica and Steven?
That's quarter black.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to remind myself. Oh, them.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you about Monica. That man said, I lost my job. Baby, I got you. And then 30 minutes later said, so you gonna Venmo me my money?
And sat there.
And
Can you do it now?
are you Venmoing me my money? I said, wait. That woman said, I'm down to ride until it's time to ride. I ain't going nowhere. Send me my money.
Mel said, leave him. I'm leaving now, but I need my money first.
I don't, why, I don't. How do we get here?
She was done so. And let me tell you something. I need Steven to come up with a better lie. This man said, I got drunk at a sleep test and then ended up texting a girl.
I don't.
Sir, what?
What is what?
What are you talking about?
Literally, I was so
None of-
confused.
I literally was like, can someone re-explain to me what
is
really happened?
happening?
Because
Yeah.
your sexting, was it a worker?
I know, right?
Was it a woman?
How did we get?
If you're at a sleep test, do you not go to sleep?
The whole point is to test your sleep. I thought. Why else? If it's not called a sleep test, it should be called an awake test. Because why the hell was you awake?
Why
Texting.
were you awake?
What you should have been asleep.
Sexting the whole
And then
time.
when was the alcohol?
And what? Did you pregame going into the
Love
sleep
should have
test?
brought you home last night.
Sir.
Where are you? What's happening? I was watching that like, did I miss something?
Literally, me too, because that was the other thing. It seemed like Monica said, I'm finna break up with him. And the camera said, oh, yes. It was like, they didn't give us context. We jumped in
edited
the
this?
middle of the
Yes.
conversation. It was like, what?
It was so confusing. I was literally like, who edited this?
Yes,
they
it
have
was
to send this
confusing.
back.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But it seemed like they're over. I thought in the next episode that we were going to get like a catch up.
Yeah.
That they were going to come back. She was going to explain. Because who was there? My dimple girl was there.
Oh, homegirl. Taylor was there.
And that was the other thing that was confusing. Taylor's low-key a little bit about it. Because
She is.
I didn't think that Steven was in the house.
Oh
When
my gosh,
she was
we even-
talking,
yeah.
she said, you don't deserve that. He's trash.
Man, this is Steven.
I can't believe that's gross. That is disgusting. He is disgusting. His sex is disgusting. The girl, and then he came, and I was like, oh, he heard all that?
Imagine somebody talking that much shit about you and you're just in the back. Like, dang, I suck, huh? He is disgusting. And then here he comes. Like, bruh, you're the he. That is so awkward. Why are you in the house? Why aren't you saying anything?
She just hugged him and laughed.
But then Steven be on my nerves because he be like, you're right.
He do.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe his sorries no more. It's manipulation.
I used to.
Yeah, me too.
I was all in. Like, man, this man
Yeah, me
takes his
too.
accountability and he just be like, you're right. I feel terrible. I'm a terrible person. You deserve better. I'm going to do this again tomorrow.
That's actually his energy. That's how it comes across. Like, sorry just rolls off his tongue too easy.
Yes.
That it don't mean nothing. He said, I'm going to grab my books, my bags, my belongings, and I'm going to leave you alone. I'll never come back. And it's just like, this all feels like manipulation. Like, I don't
Absolutely.
believe you.
Yeah. I used to, yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious.
We need to talk about
who?
is HelloFresh.
Okay.
HelloFresh.
Hello, Fresh.
With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-proportioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Make this fall the tastiest season yet with farm fresh produce and easy autumn-inspired recipes delivered right to your doorstep with HelloFresh. HelloFresh delivers all pre-proportioned ingredients you'll need to make easy homemade meals. All the proteins, veggies, sauces, spices, and more arrive in your box along with simple instructions that walk you through each step in the cooking process. Number one, I am all about a theme, like generally themes. So when it's like fall time, you ever look up like fall recipes? So one of the things that I really like about HelloFresh is that you can pre-pick the meals that are going to be delivered to your doorstep. So if you want to make a fall recipe and it's on the menu, you can select which items you want so that you can carry on your theme if you want. But also in the fall means school. Okay. It means busyness. It means really settling in, hunkering down into your schedules. And who has time to make errands? Okay. Who has time to run to the grocery store every single day and figure out what you're going to cook? It's annoying. And that's why I enjoy HelloFresh. I have so many favorite recipes from HelloFresh. Their meatloaf, meatballs. They have some spaghetti versions that I love with a little shrimp. Okay, they are my absolute favorite, and my kids like them, and that's what I need in my life. So get 10 free meals at hellofresh.com/freegj.
Free GJ.
Applied across 7 boxes. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's 10 for free HelloFresh meals just by going to hellofresh.com/freegj. It is highly encouraged. Take out. It is highly encouraged. /freegj. So support us. Support HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
Very good. That's the last one, Mel?
Yeah.
Okay, someone wanted us to definitely talk about this. The editors were setting us up that he was going to have a sex addiction. We just didn't realize they were foreshadowing. The way they had been talking about what he was into, his pegging, all of that. I'm not a sex. I mean, I could go without it. You could tell me no. Yeah. Like, I feel like all of it was setting up.
Oh. And he's always like, I want you to act like I'm your animal. Yeah. Whatever he was saying. I forgot the phrasing, but he was consistent. I know the exact moment you're talking. The phrasing.
Yes. I think they were foreshadowing.
That's interesting.
That's what was going to happen. And Monica didn't seem like she was with it because he did say something about wanting to be pegged.
Mm-hmm. He did.
It was given like he's very sexually liberated is the words I'm going to use, and maybe very sexually motivated.
Yeah.
And I feel like all the ladies seem to be actually very sexually free, which is that's fine. I love that for y'all. But I felt like his was probably a level where she was like, all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
A piece of meat. He kept saying, I want you to treat me like a piece of meat. I think that's sexy. Treat me like a piece of meat.
Yeah. And I don't think she was with it.
No.
And so that's when he decided to get drunk and have a sleep apnea test.
Yeah.
And then go find a little hole. That's what I really think happened. This is my thanks. This is not confirmed. This ain't even alleged. This is just my brain to the world. I wouldn't be surprised if it was either an old fling or he actually has a sex problem and just was like picked up somebody. Mm-hmm. One of the two. I wouldn't be surprised because it was given something was going on. Absolutely. And the way it was edited is making me think the producers knew something and then they just was, giving us little breadcrumbs along the way. Next couple.
We need to talk about Marissa and Ramses. How you feel about this military conversation?
I don't think they should get married. I was really 100% with them for a while.
Me too.
And then I think the military conversation and the birth control conversation has me thinking y'all need to not do us part. I think that they need to not be together. I think their foundational morals are different. And it's okay when you are two individuals and you just go through life disassociating from each other's morals. But when you bring a child into the world, it all matters.
Yes.
And she's very excited about having a child. He is not.
Yes.
She's very, I'm not using birth control, which was giving me very like woman's rights.
Yeah.
My body. I don't want to put this in my body. Yes. And there's two options. It's not automatically that I'm going to, she didn't say this, but this is just what I was reading. It's my body. I get to decide. And there's two ways to prevent pregnancy. It shouldn't be assumed that it's going to be birth control and it's hormonal. You could put a condom on. There's no hormones involved. You take it off and we go on about our married life. He pretended he was fine, but you could tell he wasn't.
He said, "You like condom sex?"
And she was like, "I don't have a problem with it."
He was like, "Oh, you
and
don't?"
then he circled back in that preview and said, "That might be a problem for me."
Actually. So I don't want to do that.
And she, I felt like, was trying to downplay. She kind of got around to it eventually, but when they were having that military conversation, I felt like in the beginning she was trying to downplay that she actually was proud of her service.
Yeah.
And then she eventually, because he was very much like,
he was. I thought it was so interesting. Go ahead. I don't want
well,
to interrupt
that's
you.
it. That I just think eventually, and again, even when they were talking about having kids, she's like trying to say, like, I will tell my kids about my service.
Yeah,
and
that's
if
what
they
I was-
want to go into the service, I will. And he was like, my kids can have their choice. But like,
Yeah, they were trying to paint it as this. My kids can have their choice. Like,
Mhm.
we agree on our kids can choose, except I'm going to introduce them, what she said, except I'm going to introduce them to the military that I went and that I'm proud of it.
Yes.
And he's on this side, like, and I'm going to
Yeah.
introduce them to the fact that this is disgusting and America's military is disgusting and they bomb people and this is terrible.
Yeah.
And it's like, so then y'all going to argue.
yeah,
This going to be a problem.
yeah.
But what I thought because I'm an American and while we have our own conversations about America and
Absolutely.
the military, hearing the perspective of
Mhm.
someone not from here
Yeah.
was so
It was-
fascinating.
yeah, I thought
to
so
me.
too.
I was like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
what a perspective.
Yeah,
Like, in a valid perspective.
absolutely.
Like, it was, I was fascinated to hear his opinion. And he is absolutely entitled to it.
Absolutely.
And as an American, we have our opinions.
Yep.
And the problem is, because he feels so strongly, and not only is she an American like me who lives here and just is like, yeah, America, she served.
Exactly.
She served. So
But she also served and is still able to be critical,
yes,
but also there's still a sense of pride.
pride.
And he isn't able to
No.
like reconcile all of
Yes,
that the way
yes.
that she is.
Absolutely. And that is to the point which you have said many times about like foundational questions that have to be asked, right? And it's like religion and
Mhm,
it's kids and it's something else.
Politics.
Politics, right? Like, those are really good foundational things. I never even considered the military, but when you are dating someone not from the country you are in,
Mm-hmm.
that becomes important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It becomes so important. And so it was like, oh, wow, this is something that they probably didn't even think to, well, I mean, he learned in the pods
Yep.
that she served. So the fact that you feel as strongly as you do
And that's my problem.
and allow this to continue, and yet this is like a conviction. That man feels that
Absolutely.
strongly. So it's actually really surprising that you would almost do this bait and switch where you let her believe that this is okay, and she's out here talking about, yeah, you know, my service, and I was in the Navy,
Yep.
and then she wanted to, they went on that boat,
Yep.
and she wanted, it reminds me of the boat on the Navy, and I did the things,
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. And now you want to be like, hey, actually,
which
F
is
America.
Which is why I think those pod conversations are a farce, to be honest.
Yes.
I think that the way that they make you believe, or what they lead you to believe, is you're going to have these really deep conversations.
Oh my.
And they're going to be extended. It's going to be a truncated timeline, but it's going to be so long that it's going to be the same as if
Yes.
over the months you got to meet. And so they walk away and they're like, you know more about me than anyone.
Look what we've accomplished.
Look what we've done in the
My
3 days
deepest,
we were
darkest.
Exactly. No, that's not what happens. Sometimes time reveals, number one. And number two, sometimes people say what they believe about themselves and then their actions be different. But sometimes only time tells that. For example, Nick is 6 feet. And he cooks,
And he cooks.
but doesn't know how to boil water in real life.
Right.
Like, those are the things that like time and interaction with people reveal. And so he probably could have believed, I mean, I feel this way, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then you get to talking
And
and your
actually-
voice is getting riled up and your shoulders a little bit further back. And now you doing this. Wait a minute. I thought it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
understand. I told you I was in the military. Why is this so deep? I don't understand what's happening right now. Yeah, because it wasn't the truth.
It wasn't the truth.
That wasn't the truth.
You actually have a problem with this. And so I do agree. I don't think that they should stay together. And then to the point that you're making about the birth control, but also her mama.
Child. Can I have a both and with the mama?
Yes.
I think that the mama is 100% right.
Oh.
I am pro prenups.
I am too.
I am pro prenups. I am. And if they're already having these issues, you most certainly, I don't know how long y'all, with the fight of the marriage, y'all might make it longer than you should. And by that time, maybe you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to have some money. He ain't got no money. I don't know what his financial situation is, but they make it seem like he broke. So let's just go with that. He ain't got no money. She got some money. I am a pro prenup person. I do not believe that means you're planning for a divorce. I don't. I actually don't believe that.
Yeah.
Because that's like saying getting insurance is planning to get into a car accident.
Amen.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But accidents happen. Okay? Life happens. The girl just told us she was in an 8-year relationship. They ain't no more. Okay, I'm fine with that. Now, I agree with her on that. I also believe mama should not. She overstepped and she should shut up.
She
probably should do a little bit of therapy.
Yes. Yes. The mama got to shh now, mama. You all right, girl?
Because my assumption was that mom had already talked to Marissa about the prenup, and Marissa was on board but didn't want to have the conversation or approach it. And Marissa came back and acted like she didn't want to sign a prenup, and I was like, Mom, what happened? Why would you have this conversation?
Girl.
You have overstepped the boundary.
What is happening? These moms on This Love Is Blind, I'd be like, who the mamas? What y'all just been at home dealing with y'all mamas acting like this? Y'all gotta shut y'all mamas down before you go on the show. Y'all know they gonna get on the show and act an ass.
Act a fool
every single time. The mamas be acting up at the meetings. So you ain't got no job. So you didn't go to university. You in no school.
So you're dumb.
So you're dumb.
Just out here dumb.
Okay, and you want to marry my daughter. And then they be looking at their daughters like, and that's the man you gonna marry.
This
so
is
you're
your
dumb
king?
too.
This is your man?
Is this your king? Okay. Ooh, who raised you, girl? The mamas be acting up.
They do.
Bruh, what are y'all doing?
But I think the moms are real moms. Because the fake moms be on here like, she seems nice.
So happy to
I'm
meet you.
so happy to meet you.
Oh, you're
this
amazing.
seems so great.
Daughter.
It's a yes for me. And let me tell you something about Mary Marshall. She might say yes while y'all sitting at the table. And then she gonna be like,
if they give her the opportunity to do a confessional, or even if not, our mom would leave the mic on.
yes, she.
He's dumb. I don't know why this is not gonna work. Okay, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, dummy.
Is this my camera? First of all, he don't have a job.
Yes, that would be Mary Marshall.
She would have all the questions. And while we talking, I probably wouldn't do it in person, but I probably would ask questions to let my child know. Isaiah and Joe would know, I already know my mom is not. She not with
Melissa would be one of the people we're talking about, okay?
What would
Melissa
I
would
do?
be on there being rude.
I wouldn't be rude, but I would ask the questions.
Yeah. So you don't have a job?
I would that, but for clarity.
When's the last?
So tell me what you do.
What did you do before not
would.
having a job?
And let me tell you something. If someone said, I'm a real estate agent, I would say, when's the last time you sold a house? Because let me tell you something.
exactly.
Real estate agent these days,
Baby.
it's code for unemployed.
Oh, absolutely.
It's code for unemployed.
100%.
If you tell me you're a real estate agent, I want to know, oh, that's so great. Tell me when's the last time you sold a house?
Those are the questions. Because people, they be claiming it and they ain't
Especially
sold
on these reality shows.
House. They be not doing none of the houses.
I would be extremely inquisitive. Are you kidding me? When was your last relationship? Oh, how did it end? Oh, are your parents still married? Oh, they're not. Oh, interesting. So you come from a family of brokenness.
Oh, why would you? That's not okay. She's kidding. Don't block her, you guys. She's kidding.
What are you talking? My parents are
I
divorced.
was just about to say, we come from a family of brokenness.
Listen.
Everybody's broken.
Everybody, listen, from a family of brokenness, and I have brokenness in my life, okay? So listen.
Oh, my. Wait, okay, the last couple is
Ooh-hoo.
Alex and...
Oh, no, we didn't even talk about Asian couple.
Oh, we didn't.
But we can go to Alex.
Alex and...
Tyler.
No, Tyler is Tyler.
Alex
What's his name?
and Tim.
Tim. He met her daddy and then proposed, and that was so sweet.
Oh, my God.
What a sweet moment. And I don't even like them. But that was sweet.
Actually, I don't like them either.
That's toxicity waiting to happen.
I agree.
That is volatility.
Yeah.
That is not a good idea.
No.
But that was really sweet.
It was so sweet. Oh my God. And that daddy, I felt like
Oh,
he
he
could
ate it
have
up.
he could have combusted.
Yes.
He was so happy and pride and
Yes.
just all the emotions were well.
It was
These
beautiful.
daddies don't play about their daughters.
No, they don't.
But in a different way than the mamas don't play.
Yeah. The mamas are rude.
Yeah,
The daddies are like, that's my baby girl now.
Yeah, correct.
And I won't even show you the gun until I'm pulling it out to
Yeah,
shoot you.
yeah.
So until then, we on good terms.
Yeah, he could have totally combusted. I will say this though. Alex showing the international television,
Her house.
her room.
Oh.
It is one thing to show your potential partner.
Oh.
That's fine. I maybe wouldn't have let that be my first impression, but if
Mhm.
that's how you get down,
Especially after hearing from him what you are clear about him, that man is gonna be annoyingly clean.
yes. And his house was too.
And his house was
Everything
too.
has a place, and a place has everything. Okay, that's how he operate. That girl said, "Cameras, come on in."
It looked like before she left, she just would literally just all right, I'm ready. Girl.
The way I
You
would have
got
had
cleaned
to
up.
tell production, y'all got to give me 3 hours.
Absolutely.
Y'all not just pulling up to my house. Absolutely
Call
not.
the cleaning company, girl.
Yes, somebody is coming to pick up. I mean, it could be a little messy because she did tell us she was messy. That's fine.
Yes.
But that wasn't.
No.
I couldn't tell if she had just moved in.
No.
The way she still had boxes.
But I mean,
I was like, and listen, my room can be a mess in the midst of
Absolutely.
packing or getting dressed. Like, don't get it twisted. It could look
Yeah.
like a tornado. You'll never see it though.
no, that's what you won't do.
I bet you won't see it though.
How my man raised her that girl, you gotta hide the mess. It's okay to have mess. Hide it if you know people are coming.
Shove it all in the closet and then tell him
And
don't go in there.
You shut the door.
Like,
That's the storage.
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that over there. Okay, let the cameras do a full 360 and miss the 5%.
Oh my! I couldn't believe she was okay with that.
Yeah, I couldn't understand that. Okay, then let's just really quickly do my favorite couple
Okay.
until I saw the preview for next week, and I'm a little scared.
Oh.
My favorite couple right now is Taylor and Garrett.
Yes.
I think they are so
I like
adorably
them.
sweet. I love them. I love that Garrett seems so like emotionally in tune
Yeah.
and vulnerable. It's almost a little odd to me that he is this like available
Yeah.
emotionally to her in such like a short period of time. But clearly this man is in love. Okay.
Yes.
He is literally willing to move from the East
I don't
Coast.
know if that's a good idea.
I don't either. To the West Coast. Because he so desperately wants to be with this woman.
I don't know about that.
I mean, in my notes, I said, I'm nervous that he is willing to sacrifice everything. I guess this is what love is.
See, I don't. You know what the problem is? She very clearly really wants to move back,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think that's gonna be if he said no, that was gonna be a problem.
Absolutely.
So it's like, oh, I love that he is like willing, yes, to sacrifice. I think he's gonna resent and regret.
Yeah. And he was telling his mom and them he's willing to give up the business. I didn't even realize he owned a business.
I didn't either.
He said
he's science guy, right?
I thought he worked for like a corporation or something.
Yeah.
He said he was willing to give up the business. He said he was willing to go from like 70 hours a week, whatever he's working now,
Yep.
to regular 40 hours, which is fine, right? Like work-life balance is important. You should be, those are adjustments you do have to make in a relationship. I'm not saying that's uncommon. I am saying that for someone you only met 2 weeks ago,
Yes.
that's what makes this a little bit like too much too soon.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. And then the clip of next week, it seemed like she was saying he was texting
Yeah, it did.
an ex-girlfriend or something.
It did.
That made me sad because
Yeah.
I didn't believe that Garrett was that way. We got a season full of F-boys.
Yeah, amen. But here's why this is always so interesting because these people presumably are single-ish before they go on this show. And I say single-ish because single people be dating, right? Like it's not uncommon for somebody who is not in a relationship to be entertaining and like having conversations with multiple people. And so I don't feel like it's weird that if they didn't say, hey, I'm cutting this off because I might get married, like that would be weird
Oh, I
too
see what
because
you're
some of those people go on that show and don't end up
Yeah,
with
yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
They end up going back home and
Mhm.
now you done lost your roster because you thought you was finna find the love of your life.
Right.
And now you're starting from zero. So I don't feel like it's like all the way weird that everything hasn't been cut off. But after you go on the show and you don't have your phone, and so you find the love of your life, and you're back in DC where you're from, and you have this fiance. At that point, you got to cut it off. So the fact that the exes are now popping up, I mean, there's got to be a time in which the conversation is had, but after that, it can't be had no more. There's no more conversations to be had.
Especially when Garrett seems to be
so in love.
Yes.
Yes.
It would be one thing if they were like kind of rocky and he was kind of still figuring out, okay, like it's not necessarily the best thing because you are still in this relationship, but at least y'all are on rocky terms. He seems all in.
Yeah.
Like he's willing to leave his mama behind.
Yeah.
She's like, it's very important to me that my parents meet you and like their opinion matters. He's like, it's very important to me that my parents meet you, but if they told me no.
Off
Girl,
we go.
We're still getting married. Like, you mean that much to me? I want this so bad. Like, I believe him. I was literally like, man, when they say when a man knows, like the conviction when a man knows, like that's what it's giving. But then you got this other girl, and I'm confusion on like, obviously we ain't seen the episode, so a lot of this is presumption.
Yeah.
But it's like, what happened? Because why would you be doing that when you told me you love me, you willing to sacrifice and give it all up basically for me, and now you like that don't make no sense. So, also, have you seen him?
Yeah.
He looked completely different.
He do.
I didn't even recognize him.
He do look different. Somebody said they think that he stayed with her because she did that to him.
Oh, I could see that.
I could too.
Because she's actually she is the cutest thing to me.
She is so cute.
She's the cute. Just
cute
adorable.
little,
All the women this season, they're just adorable. And her little dimple, I'm just like, you're just so cute. But go ahead.
I was just going to say, Jessica in the Patreon said she needs to be on Love is Blind San Diego if that's where she want to be.
You know, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong at all.
Because even when
if
we
you
did
plan to move back, you should move back and then
and
go
be
on
in the
show.
city that you are.
Amen. Because that's a bait and switch. That's unfair.
Actually, I agree.
Yes.
Actually, I agree. When we did Love is Blind, when we did Love on Stage, and they fought me on this actually, but I really wanted people that were from the same city to give them a better chance of connecting and being in relationship together. Because distance is a thing. Overcoming distance, matters. That's hard. Long distance. And it's not like you had the in person first, like the foundation, and then you went long distance. Y'all are starting long distance. That's difficult. I don't envy that. All right, child. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, but I just want to say one more thing that I saw that I think is true, right? We're 7 seasons deep into Love is Blind. We've seen a lot of seasons of this. And Sylvia Obell tweeted last night.
I love her.
Love is Blind is actually a show about how dangerous it is to fall in love with someone's words before their actions can back them up.
That's what we
because
just said.
Shit hits the fan once they leave them pods every single time. And I was like, love is not blind.
We just said that about that military thing. Yeah. And we just said that about Nick. Because every time you meet who people think they are in the pods.
Think they are.
And then in real life, you meet who they actually are. And we all have a perspective or perception of who we are and like how we interact with the world and how we present in the world. And that's what you say.
Yes.
And then we are dealing with something right now. I won't go into specifics, but we received a contract, a preliminary contract, and we're waiting to get the actual contract. While we were waiting, we get all of these questions, and we're like, this is so confusing. It seemed to me that you said this was important, but you're delaying the actual contract because of this. Yeah. So is this actually what's important? Because we've given you all the stuff you said was important, but we still haven't got the actual contract, and you're holding the actual contract up for this. So it actually seems like this is what's important.
And you don't know that.
And you don't know that. And so you led us to believe that it was A, so we did A, and it's actually B. Yeah. And that's what happens in real life. Yeah. We say we are one way, and then we interact and show up in the world a different way.
The 2 things, I have said this before on this podcast, where on Netflix, when I worked there, what we came to know is that what people put on their Netflix watch list, hey, let me add this to my list because I'm going to watch it, is different than the things they actually watch. You put things on your watch list based on who you think you are and what you think you're going to watch and enjoy. What happens is that algorithm knows you better than you know you. And it serves you things based on your actual watch history. And so the things being served to you is actually what the machine has learned that you actually want to watch. And those watch lists and the things you watch don't always be aligning. That'd be the problem. But the second thing is, I think what the show and what you just said is making at least me in this moment realize is that the premise of Love is Blind, the way that they talk about it really is on a superficial level.
Absolutely.
Right? They talk about Love is Blind and like it's not based off of looks. And it's not, right? Love doesn't have to be based off of looks, but it does have to be based off of action.
Mm-hmm.
So this show is not, Love is not blind, but not because it's about looks. Love is not blind because who you actually are effing matters.
Mel.
And so when you're in a pod talking, I can tell you I'm 6 foot and that I cook until we get to the house and you don't know how much water to use.
To boil pasta noodles.
To boil pasta.
And I'm looking at you eye to eye because you're 5'10".
And so, bruh, Nick and Vanessa Lachey, producers, Love is not blind. That's the answer. That's the answer you're looking for.
That's the answer you're actually looking for. Is that love is not blind. Like is blind.
Like is blind. Love, the marriage. And actually, this is actually a very dangerous show. When it comes down, actually a very dangerous show because people are making decisions based off of who people are present. It's like going on a first date and then
marrying that person.
Yeah. And you have no idea that their house is dirty as Alex's is.
And meanwhile,
you are a clean
super
freak.
Clean. Very good.
All right.
We'll call this Mel's episode.
Didn't I?
Yeah, Mel's on one today. That's what I'm gonna call it. Mel's on one today. Courtney, if you're listening, that's the name of the episode. Look at according to _Ambi with an IW. Mel is on one today, and spell it just like that. Spell it just like that. Courtney, if you're listening, because I know you're gonna ask me what I want. That's what I want you to name
That's
it. Mel is on one today. Okay, very good. All right, we will see you guys. Not next week, but the following week. We'll be back on Monday. And if you're in the Patreon, which all of you guys are,
Yes.
I meant to bring some bags because I want to do a giveaway. My Brandon Blackwood bags arrived, and I bought 4 of them knowing I was going to do a giveaway. So just look for that post inside the Patreon. I was going to bring it in so you guys can see it and then do the post, but that didn't happen because I had walked out the door because I was running late and then didn't bring it. So just look for the post. I'm going to post on my Instagram and then I'm going to post inside the Patreon because I'm going to do 2 giveaways. Don't think it's going to be today, though. Don't press your nerves. Don't be pressed because I don't know what. I got to edit the video. I got a lot of stuff I got to do. All right, y'all. Bye.